Okay, I think voice is audible and everything is set up. So we are going to start stream. We are going to solve some positions for next 35, no, 1 hour, 20 minutes or so. So the goal is to get best score. So yeah, let me share this. Mm, Let me share this on my status. Wait, what? Okay. Mm, WhatsApp status and yeah, I think it's done. Discard and Nikhil my status. Okay, great. So let's start. Shantanu bhai, let's play. Let's solve. खेळायची एवढी इच्छा असते, मग टुर्नामेंट नाही खेळत मुंबईत असून. Okay, these are easier ones. I think we should reach 50 in some. We should reach 50 in less than 5 minutes. Wait, what's this? Yeah, this is mate. So wait, I'm going to do it again without any mistake. Check and then check. Let's play Blitz. Shantanu bhai, we can plan tomorrow. Uh, we can meet for dinner. Maybe at around 8 or so. Yeah, if you are free. Okay. Now I don't want to mess up again. So take this wins. Rook g8 and this mates. Queen into it wins. Bishop into g7 is a mate. h6 wins. Queen into f7 wins. Queen h5 wins. Bishop into e3 and then bishop f5. Yeah, this mates. This wins. This wins. Yeah, this should be mate. Hello, Dixit Gambit by D. CB2 is just winning. King F8 must be winning. Yeah? King F8, Queen B4, and then King G2. Don't need to think much, hopefully. And then King 8. Yeah, and now 8 Queen. This wins immediately. 7 G7 wins. Okay. Uh, until. Okay. This mates. This wins. This wins. Okay, now we have to be little bit careful. Uh, E2, King F2, King D3, King E1, King E3. Maybe King D3 just wins and now E2 first. King D2 and E1 Queen. This wins immediately. Now Queen F5 check. Uh, Here knight E4 wins, right? Because take and there is no way to stop Queen into C3. Hmm. This wins. Rook C8 wins, but now I think Queen into F7 and then Queen into F5 because this doesn't work. Yeah, we get a lot of pawns. What's happening here? I think Queen C7 and Queen G3, King H8, and then Queen into C4. This one is check. Looks like the best plan, but yeah, this one's check and Rook into B6. This is forced, so let's play forcing moves first. Now A6 is not good move. I think Bishop D5 works because Bishop F3 and then A6. So, but then Bishop G4, A6, Bishop C8. No, wait. Bishop Bishop D5, there is Bishop E2. But then this A6. If Bishop F1, there is King F2. That's not good. So I think Bishop D5 wins. But there is a difference between Bishop D5, Bishop E4. Can't believe only one move is winning. Bishop, if I play Bishop F1, then Bishop F3. I feel like Bishop D5 must be winning because Bishop E2 is forced. Then I play this. Then this, then A6. Let's say King F2, A7, G4, Bishop D5, G3, take. Yeah. Yeah, this was. Now rook into D4, Queen into D4, Queen into B2 is not correct move. So Queen B3 and rook into D4 wins. Uh, Here probably H5 is winning. Hmm. H5 is winning. Queen G2, knight into C2. No, queen into G7 is there. Yeah, this is lost. Knight into C. How about knight into C2? Or maybe knight H6 first. Queen into G7. How to stop queen into g7? If this is if this was a classical game, probably g6 looks fine, right? Just to play immediately and to save the time. h5 also, h5 queen into g7. Knight f6 is one move, but then queen into g7. Knight h6. Chase Gyan. Hi. Knight h6, queen into g7, but then what should I play? Uh, Bishop f6, queen into h6. Chess Gyan, can you please stop spamming? Yeah, g6, h5 works. Knight into c2. Knight f6. I'm doing good. h5, queen into g7, bishop f6 is not something which we want. So queen, knight h6 and knight into c2 is something looks very good. Oh, yeah, you're correct, Niranjan. Queen f6, I missed. Okay, take, I think we should take, and then queen f6. Ah, yeah, Arnav, correct. That's correct. Can I play with you right now? No, because I'm solving positions, so that's why. Rook c2, king f1, rook g2, king f1, rook c2, king f1, by क्या हो रहा है? King f3 is also there. I think rook g2, king f1, bishop h3 wins because if rook f8, then rook g8, there is rook c1 threat, queen b8, and this, and then this. This wins immediately. Knight g5 is typical sacrifice in such positions. So without thinking, I must play knight g5. And here, one is queen h7, and you give me membership by Chess Gyan. Who is this account? Let's see. Membership is not activated yet. So queen h7, king f7, g6, king e7, and then queen h4. Uh, Something like this. So this must be winning. So yeah, I think if you see easy moves and easier way to win, then you must play though that. Sometimes it doesn't work while solving positions because there is some very direct way. Uh, but who cares? Yeah, queen d1, queen e2 seems like winning because queen b7 and then this, and then whatever queen b6 or queen a7, I play this, and this is a mate. Queen e3. But I can take and play g4. This wins. Yeah, correct. Username Advaik Modern 28. You want chase.com membership? Okay, this one is knight d2, but then rook into h2. So I think rook into h1 is forced, and then I play bishop f1. So queen is trapped, and effectively game is over. So that should be correct. Maybe take check first. I'm not sure. So yeah, take check first. King d7, rook into f8, bishop into f8. But meanwhile, they can play and then bishop f1. So that queen is trapped, but what's the benefit? I feel like rook into h1 must be there, right? Because there is no other move. First check is possibility, but then king d7 and more pieces are hanging. So I should take this. Uh, Rook A1 is mistake. Bishop G2 is possibility, but then Queen D1. So we have to stop this. Master chess by hello. We have to stop this. We can play Bishop F1, and then this queen is trapped. You can see, and then the idea is Rook A1, Rook E1. Nobody is given me membership. Please. Okay. Rook A1, Rook E1, and then Bishop G2. And yeah, that looks very nice actually. Or maybe, yeah, this one is hard actually. Hmm. I can also see this bishop knight E1, and this is a free piece by bishop into a 3. Vedan bhai is here, bhai. Vedan bhai is here. Vedan bhai, all the best. Okay, कल आज से ही round है. Yeah, all the best to you. Bishop into a3 is coming up. So maybe I should move the rook. So bishop f1 is mistake. Uh, Bishop g2 is one move. So I'm a bit confused about bishop g2 or rook a8. So let's calculate bishop g2. This is also winning, but bishop g2 queen moves, and then rook a8. What about bishop g2, rook a8, e6 combination? Black king can also, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are you playing Chess Base India tomorrow? Yes, I'm. Rachit Bhai is here. Okay. Hi. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm playing. Haven't booked a bus ticket or train ticket. I checked trains, but all are full. So maybe taxi or bus. Let's say bishop g2 is one move. Queen d1, then rook 8, king d7, e6 take, knight d4. Doesn't look very promising, although it's working. But king d7 is there. If I play rook 8, king d7, and if I take, there must be some way to bishop f1, and that looks rook 8, bishop g2, rook 8, king d7. Cool, see you tomorrow. Where do you stay, by the way? We have booked a hotel in the Sakinaka area. So I think it's around 4 kilometer from Veni. I think bishop g2 followed by knight d4, so that rook 8 and but this is hanging bishop into a3. Uh, Wait, what's perfect? That's no, I didn't get it. Rook 8, king d7. Bhai, already I messed up in this puzzle. You can see, I think. So please give me diamond membership. There is a guy called Rakesh Kulkarni. You can send him a message. He is, I think, managing chess.com. He's head of chess.com India, and I don't have any authority to give membership. Even I don't know how to gift membership. And okay, rook 8 is the move, and exchange and bishop f1. Yes, but how I can win that game? Bishop f1. There is no way to play bishop g2. I can't play knight e1. Then queen h4 is coming up. So that's why I'm a bit confused. I think. But okay, we should either play bishop g2 or rook 8. That's for sure. Let's go with method of elimination. Maybe rook 8, king d7, e6 check, king d6, and there is nothing. But meanwhile, bishop e2 allows queen b1. Uh, okay, bishop e2, then we have two options, queen d1 or queen b1. Those are forced. Uh, if rook s8, then king d7 is coming up, and then e6, king into e6. Knight d4 is not. Yeah, actually, this looks good. But yeah, bishop f1, and you only need light square, bishop and knight to hold the queen. He used the other two pieces. Yeah, dark square bishop is free, but what? to do with the square bishop? I mean, how I can win that position? There must be something. Oh, there is this plan, huh? After trapping the bishop, bishop king e1, bishop g1, king f2, bishop g2. Yeah, this works. And queen is trapped. So rook a8, king d7, rook f8, they take, then bishop f1 just to stop these moves. And now queen can't go anywhere. I can play king e1. These all squares are protected, and then bishop g1, king f2, bishop g2. Yes. नीतीश भाई परफेक्ट टाइम पे आ गए. वेट, why that one was wrong? I'm not sure. So take. So bishop g2 is correct. Wait, what? Bishop g2, भाई, bishop g2, queen d1, and then I think Rachit, your the previous plan was correct. I think rook 8, king d7, e6, king e6, and then knight d4, but then king d6. This one is tough puzzle. Anyways, bishop c5, बिशप c5 आता था वहां पे. अरे हाँ, बट आफ्टर rook f8 will take queen into h3. That's the sudden. एनबी सर आ रहे हो चेस बेस इंडिया टूर्नामेंट नीतीश भाई? मूड नहीं है ट्रैवल करने का रचित. बेसिकली there is airport in Goa and you can take a direct flight to Mumbai. I believe there are more than 20 flights a day. So mood nahi hai is not right way to say. But yeah. Anyways, I think we should find some checkmate idea here. The first thing is take queen b1, knight b1, rook b1, but I don't think that's working because of king c6, rook a6, king c5, and then draw. No, anyways. So AB7 is forced, I believe, because queen moves and then there is nothing, if I'm not wrong. So AB7, king B7, and then I can play this check. King C6 is forced, and then queen D3, and that's game over. You playing Uzbek? Yeah, I'm bored to travel to airport. उतना lazy बन गया हम. You playing Uzbek? Is it for Ni- Rachit or me? If it's for me, I'm not playing Uzbek. There are ton of tournaments in rapid tournaments in Pune, Mumbai, nearby Bangalore. So I will try to. Classical, I'm around 29. नीतीश भाई कुछ टिप्स दे दो. ज्यादा फ्लाइट्स एयर इंडिया के हैं सो बेटर स्टेइंग होम. करेक्ट. रसिनगन सिखा दो मुझे. व्हाट? नारुतो फ्रॉम उज्बेक नहीं. नारुतो जुमाकी. बट हु इज नारुतो जुमाकी? इज इट लाइक सम कैरेक्टर? हाँ नीतीश भाई, आई एम प्लेइंग. आई एम नॉट प्लेइंग उज्बेक. आई मीन आई एम स्टिल कंफ्यूज्ड. वेल, so most likely I will not play. My king beard was not expected, but शिकामारू को हराना है यार. Wait, who is Naruto Uzumaki? Let's search on Google. But first I have to pause the screen because I don't know what will. Naruto Uzumaki is a what? A manga series character. Okay. So Uzumaki is the name or Naruto is the name. or Naruto Uzumaki. Oh, so Naruto is that character's name. That's why कल के लिए आइडिया चाहिए. Queen Evan is pretty clean here. Yeah, Queen Evan. Ah, Rachit, nice. Queen Evan works. Because rook 8, then king into b7, rook d8, rook d8. So queen a1, knight into a4, queen into a4, and then yeah, it's winning. Okay. Now I think, oh, got to 51. 51 is uh, good score. Not the, I think rook h8 and this simply wins. Yeah? King e7 and rook into d8, king into d8, g7. There is nothing. Yeah, this wins. Okay. 52. Knight here. Okay, king is weak. We can play knight e3, knight d2 to play knight into f1. But knight e3 is very simple because of queen into g2. So I think I should go with knight e3. अनरेटेड के साथ प्लस माइनस है क्या फिडे वालों का? हाँ, उजमे की उजमा क्या? उजुमाकी. ओके. लंच सायम सम्मित भाई. सम्मित इज हियर. सम्मित भाई, पोजीशंस में हेल्प करो. I think these are anime characters' names. Yeah, I think it's from Naruto series. क्या टाइम पे आया हूँ मैं? Yes. I think Sammet watched full Naruto, right? Entire all episodes. How many episodes are there? Wait a second. How many? Oh, 720 episodes. Naruto Shippuden has 500 episodes. Okay, 720 is crazy. And each episode is how many minutes? 20, 25 minutes? Probably. जिंदा तो हूँ. Not. Okay. So knight into e3 looks forcing because queen into g2 is a mate. And if rook h2, knight f1. Suddenly, chess.com is giving easy position. No. I think queen into e2 is also forcing because knight f5, then king f2. So queen into e2, rook c1, and now the thing is king d4, king b5. King d5 is risky, but king b5, queen d7, king b4, queen into d6, king a5, then rook a1. So this is more risky. But king b5, queen d7, king b4, queen d6, king b3, queen b6, king a2, queen b. Oh no. So king d5, there are only two checks. Queen b7, king e6. ये स्ट्रीम कहाँ से कहाँ चली गई? नारुतो उज़ुमाकी की बात कर रही थी, कल ही वीजा अप्लाई किया. बढ़िया सम्मित भाई. सम्मित भाई. एनीवेज. सो किंग डी फॉर किंग बी फाइव. भाई नाइट एफ फाइव इज इलीगल मूव यार. क्या बोल. ऑलरेडी आई मेस्ड अप इन टू पोजीशंस. One with 20 1900 rating and one with 2700 rating. So I don't want to mess up. uh Sorry, knight c4. There is knight c4. Bhai, there is knight c4. Even if I score 6 points in tomorrow's tournament, I think that's pretty good considering how I'm solving these positions. Yeah, rook into b7 is threat. Rook h1 is one possible option. Bishop c8 is another option. Bishop b5 is another option. These are tough now. Queen e1. Yeah, queen e2 is one. Knight into d5. Sorry, bishop c6, bishop c8, bb5. So okay, let's consider candidate move. One is BB5, another is bishop C8, third one is rook H1, which is of course a blunder. So let's eliminate that. So bishop C8 and bishop B5 looks good. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So wait, sorry, knight C4 classical rapid bullet, ठीक है, blitz भी जो भी approximate. Any tips to win chess games and tournaments? It becomes very hard to get winning position and converting it. It becomes hard to get winning positions and converting it. That's a big problem with everyone. Yeah. Even I feel like 24, 2500 players face that issue. So, how to get a winning position? And if someone gets that answer, then definitely they will even beat engine. So that's just impossible question to consider. Wait, BB5, I feel bishop C8 will meet by rook A6. Yeah, bishop C8, rook A6, maybe D6 and then rook A6. So BB5 looks good. King A8, then rook B7. Yeah, so BB5, let's play. So I'm trusting on you. Okay, great. D6 and now queen E2. Threat is rook H1. If queen B7, sorry, rook B7, king B7, F4 check, I can take this. And very risky, but like for below 1800, I think just find out your weaknesses where you are lacking. Literally take pen and paper and write down everything and then start working on it. So maybe you can refer your previous 2025 classical games, and then you will understand at least five of your weaknesses, opening, middle game, end game, and then you can start working on that. Queen E2 looks winning. I'm a bit afraid to play this move, but then F4 is coming up here. So D6, I should play Queen E2, but nothing is forcing, only Queen E2 looks good. That's the point. King C8 is definitely a mistake because there is this one also. So King B7, F4, and now I'm thinking, okay, King B8 is blunder because of Queen B6. King C8 is mistake because of Rook C1. So I should take this, and yeah, done. After BB5, A4. Wait, after BB5, A4. That's a good question. Let's see. So, ये क्या? Okay. Rook B1, BB5, A4, no? Queen E2. This is just losing, or no? Yeah. AB5, Rook H1. That should be a mate. Queen H2, King Nikala, King B2. Yeah, maybe here I can just take Queen into B1, and that's also easy. Yeah. Okay. We are on 54. Uh, Wait. Isn't this a simple checkmate? No, not a simple checkmate. Queen f7, king e4, rook g4, and king escapes. So there must be some way to stop all that. Plus black strategy to play rook into h3. So we should do something very forcing. Queen e8, king f7. Queen e8, queen f7 is good move. King e4, queen h7, rook f5, rook g. Oh, there is rook g4. So queen e8, queen g8. You have to understand the difference first. I think queen e8 leads to king h6 and there is no check. But queen g8, king h6, queen g7. So queen g8, king f5 is forced. Now queen f7 check, king e4, queen into h7 check. Rook f5 is yeah, rook f5 is forced because if king f4 then it's a mate. So rook f5. And after rook f5 I can play rook g4 check, king d3 or king f3. I will take this. So queen g8. Yeah, done. Queen g8, queen f7. Yeah, Nitish bhai correct. Niranjan correct. So rook e1, knight f3, queen f3, rook e1. That's one thing which is not working. I think f4 is the answer. I solved this position previously. Is your target to get 100 today? My target is to at least get to 64 first, so nine more positions. And then, Nitish bhai, I feel like solving after 70 is just waste of time because those are two difficult ones. And I mean, we don't often get uh, that kind of tactics right in the game. So I'm not sure. What are your thoughts? Rook e1, knight f3, king g2 nahi chal raha. So f4 or d7. So those are two candidate moves. But d7 just leads to not a draw actually. There is king h1, knight h4, and then f3. Knight e1 and then f3. So it's bit confusing what to play. But f4 is very forcing, that's the point. So knight f3 and then king f2. So whatever I play, there are two moves, queen into g7 and queen into f3. But the thing is, oh, black can't play queen f7. Black has no way to defend this g7 ka pawn. So I can play f4 and that's just winning. Queen c5 check is one thing, but then king f1, and that's again uh, completely winning position. So f4 looks good. Yeah, Niranjan, f4 is good, but you know, even if I make one wrong position, it's over. I already messed up in two puzzles. Some project 102 is here, guys. Hi, project 102. Uh, wait. सोहम दातार को हम एडमिन कर देते हैं, नॉट एडमिन, मॉडरेटर. Add as moderator, standard moderator. Then Rachit, you are also going to be a mod. Uh, Learn chess with I am Samit. I'm not sure is how many accounts he created, but anyways, Samit, you are also mod. Okay. Wrong channel. Yeah, project. You are not forced to watch these boring puzzles, but you can help if you know how to play chess. 23 to 25 is what FIDE rating strength approximately in Blitz. 2300 to 2500 chess.com is what FIDE rating. Is this question? Yeah. I don't think there is any correct way to measure the or differentiate between online chess, offline chess. So, but definitely those are completely different thing, and it's better not to relate with any of online rating to offline rating, right? So, because there are some players I know who are literally 21, 2200 in online blitz, but they are maintaining consistently 23, 2400 classical rating, or even blitz rating is bit higher than that. Uh, there are other examples also, right? So you see a lot of 3000, 3200 players who are basically 2200 in blitz or 2300 in FIDE blitz. So yeah, according to my experience, they are like 1750, at least 2000 FIDE. Maybe there is minimum 200 point ka difference. So let's say 2300 player is at least 2100, like not more than 2100 in blitz. But yeah, that's also not sure. I don't know. This is one of the confusing questions. Okay, rook c1 leads to knight e7, king f8, and then queen b4, and this saves the game. Rook into d5, rook into c8, bishop into c8, that's losing. Bishop into d5, rook into c8 is also losing. Rook into b3, knight into e7 is also losing. So this position is losing for black because almost all the moves are losing. Hmm. I think I'm missing something. Queen d8 is looks like a good move. Queen d8 is easy move to play, attacking on knight, attacking on queen, but the drawback of queen d8 is there is knight c3. So yeah, queen d8, then knight c3. Uh, that's the problem. Queen g5, knight c3. So somehow we have to stop knight c3. But how to do that? We have to create some other thread, but it differs person to person. Yeah, I haven't played FIDE in over a year. I assume I will be stronger than my current rating of what? Rachit, wait, let me check. Your rating is 1400 in Blitz. Rachit, you're the same Rachit I'm thinking, yeah, or a different Rachit? You are, wait, you are a different Rachit. So, anyways, uh, look into, okay, okay. Yeah, I was thinking about Rachit Guru. So, rook into b3, knight into e7, queen g5, rook into c8, bishop into c8. Yeah, queen g5 does work. Uh, knight c3, bishop c5, queen c2 is one move. Uh, queen e5, queen d8, then knight c3. And yeah, okay, rook into c1, knight into e7. These are not why I'm thinking uh, and repeating the same moves. Okay, queen h4 is one. No, queen h4 also doesn't work. I'm missing something very easy, I feel like. I don't know. Oh, GM Ugwe is here. Hi, GM Ugwe. Very strong grandmaster. From which country? क्वीन जी5 फॉर श्योर। क्वीन जी5 ठीक है, बट क्वीन जी5, व्हाट इफ टेक एंड नाइट सी3? Ah, okay, then bishop into h3. But what if direct knight c3? Not take. Then what? Why this is very hard? Why? This is very difficult one. So, okay, bishop into d5 is bad, rook into d5 is bad. So we can eliminate those two moves. Rook into b3 is bad. So queen must be moved, right? And for that we have one, two, three, four, five, six. How to change color of this color? Yeah, okay. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight squares to do this. Eight squares are too much, actually. Um, Queen g5, rook into yeah, queen g5, but then knight c3 is the problem. Did you look at queen e6? No, I missed queen e6. How I can miss queen e6, guys? I missed queen e6. Yeah, queen e6 is just win. And then rook into d4. Hmm. Okay, I think f6 is good here. Queen d6, castle. Yeah, f6 looks good. And then queen moves. Yeah, shift alt and tab also has this arrow. Let's check. भाई move ना हो जाए. Okay. B2 and there is no. Tab is not working. Confidence. Yeah, alt is working. Alt control is not working. Only alt, control and normal one. Tab is not working. So GM Ugwe did it for you. Yes. I thought you were I am Suyog Wag. That's why I said wrong channel. So queen, I think f6 is. Oh, wait. Pieces are equal. Queen d5 is one possibility, but then queen d2 and everything is defending. Then knight e4, bishop e4, bishop e4 is possible. f6, okay, principally it doesn't look very good. So f6, queen d2, fg5, queen c3, and that weakens a lot of squares. So stack overflow, I'm good. How are you doing? So f6 doesn't seem right move for me. Okay, I believe queen d5 is just better version of this because queen d2 is forced, or maybe queen's no, but there is queen c2. So it's not forcing again. Or queen into g5. Yeah, queen into g5 is easy. Or knight into d1. Knight into d1, bishop into d8, and then knight into f2. That's easy, right? Take and take. So I win a piece. No, not piece, a pawn. Or maybe I can play knight b2 is just winning. Knight b2 and then yeah, over. So rook d7. E6 is one move. F takes E6. Queen 8 is another possibility. Take queen with knight D1. Okay. Yeah. Queen 8 is possibility. Rook D8 and then rook into F4, but that's not working. G3, queen H3, king G1 is one possibility, but then knight G6. I don't think that's working. E6, F E6, rook E6 is something which looks interesting, very interesting. Knight E4 isn't working. Uh, Knight E4 isn't working because knight E6 and then knight G6. Knight B5 is one possibility, but then rook C4. Yeah, there are a lot of moves. The real problem happens when everything looks good. Not sure how to continue. G3, queen H3, king G1. Knight moves and then no. If queen 8, then rook D8 is coming up. So I'm not sure if I should. Yeah, rook E4, but then rook into E4, knight into E4, knight moves to E6. I don't think that's a good way to. That's not a mate. Rook E4. Okay, so it's basically forcing this. But then knight G6, queen 8, then rook D8. That's not mate. G3 is first move. Take the queen, why knight? Wait, take the queen, knight into H. Rook E4, rook D3 is also possible. Yeah, G3, queen into H3, king G1. So I feel like E6 is something which we should consider. E6, F takes E6. Or there must be something with knight E4 or knight D5, knight E2 type move, rook E4, queen into F4. Yeah. So let's figure out candidate moves. One is queen 8. This looks very natural move. Then another is G3 and then E6, rook E4. These are moves, right? So uh, knight E4 is possibility, but then knight moves and there is nothing. Knight B5, rook C4. जी मूव हुए रुक ई फोर क्वीन ई फोर को क्या क्वीन ई फोर देन नाइट जी सिक्स wow knight g6 then e6 wait so rook e4 rook e4 queen e4 but there is g5 also but okay forget about g5 knight e6 then e6 rook d8 is forced then ef7 yeah this looks good queen 8 doesn't work e6 doesn't work e6 is free pawn knight b5 easy but knight b5 rook c4 knight b5 rook c4 and then yeah after knight g6 play 6 yeah that's what I thought कब से कह रहा हूँ भाई wait I missed this right hmm yeah rook e4 is good I think knight b5 rook c4 isn't working चलो rook e4 uh, Phew, Rookie 4 seems good, but I'm little bit nervous. Okay, let's go. Wow. Okay, this is wrong. Why this is wrong? So knight b5. Knight b5 is also not correct move. G3, queen 8, e6. Oh, e6 is correct. F takes e6. Ah, maybe simply g3. No, g3 isn't working. Now rook e4. Now rook e4. I am losing my patience. Queen 8, g3. Wait, knight e4. No, knight b5. Rook into e6. No. What's the move? Oh, knight e. Oh, knight e2, and that's just game over. So now what we'll do is we'll do it once again, and we'll try to keep 2 minute watch max watch time. Sorry, max 2 minutes for each position. Okay, so I'm just opening this clock with with this, and then okay, wait. I think this one is correct. No, but how to move this? Okay, no, not this. What I want to do is, okay, got it. Done. So max 2 minutes for each position. This is 1 hour timer. I think it's now visible. Wish we could do this in the game trial and yeah, true. Wait, is this first one? Why first one itself is? Oh, I am not in Puzzle Rush. Okay, let's do Puzzle Rush. So I feel like first 20 must be easy and should take less than 2-3 minutes. So, but only thing is due to overconfidence, I should not make any wrong decisions while solving this. Aim for 67. I did 71 in last live stream. So it's not about, but the goal is, okay, we are on 18, 20, and then this is also made 21. I think this means uh, this means queen g6. This is mate. This is mate. D3 wins, and then rook d5. Queen a8 win. Queen a6 wins. This is a mate. Queen into g5 wins. This is forcing mate. Rook d8 must be winning. Now bishop h6, there is a draw, so I should be little bit careful. Okay, finally. 50 more in rapid. What about classical 1600? What's your favorite fruit, guys? Project, what is your elo? My max is 49 in puzzle rush. Okay. What about this? Now, what we are going to do is, you can see the timer, right? So it's 56.50. So 55 and I will make a move. Like before 55, I will make a move. So I will be very serious now. Just try to calculate. So bishop h6 is just losing because of queen d1 and not losing, it's a draw. So I feel like rook into f8 must be there, but that's also not working. Uh, Bishop d4, queen d. No, bishop, queen d1 is not coming, guys. What I'm doing, and I can just take this. Knight into d5 is winning here, and then b4. Okay, this is easy. Here it's a mate into, so it's easy. Now this is mate. Yeah, this is mate. Queen into d8. This is win. Okay, we reach 35. Queen c1, and then knight f4. Queen into f4. This wins. Uh, And now this looks interesting. Knight e4 wins, knight f6, then take, and then knight into h5. Knight f6 wins, rook c8, and it's a mate. In this case, I think rook e6 is winning. Should I take this one? But this is also works. So there can't be two solutions. There must be something. Wait. 50 moves, what about classical? Classical is one bishop and six movements. Now, what about this one? Now we are on 54 minutes and 46 seconds. Stream is, I think, delayed by 10 seconds. So before 53, I have to get the answer. Uh, Rook d6 and okay, rook e4 is not good because of king g6. So rook d6 is the answer. This is something should be very forcing, right? So take, and then, yeah, it's a mate. Queen c6. This is win. Uh, Queen b2, take. Not so, doesn't look very good. So queen c2, but then king h1. Rook into g3. Probably let a king move not cross the rook d6 top, king g6, rook d6. So 53.40 we have to do before 52. Uh, Even if it's wrong, even if it gets wrong, then it's fine. Still, it's fine. Queen c2, king h3, rook into g3. It's something I'm thinking about, and I'm going to make queen c2 check. And now rook b2. What? Queen d1. Ton of moves are working here. Uh, Queen f2 maybe. Yeah, queen f2 just looks winning. We have more 45 seconds to think about. Uh, Tanav Joshi rook d6. Okay, previous position. Queen c2, queen f2. Yeah, queen f2 looks winning. And then take is forced. Yeah, done. I think rook c4 is winning because white must play queen 8 check, king g7, a7 c2, and now white can't do 8 queen. So I am going to play rook c4. And now c2 is winning because this is a mate. Now rook f2, rook g2, and bishop f3. should be winning. There maybe there is any other possibility which I'm missing out, but I don't think rook h3, king g1. So black is queen down, rook f2 is forced. Now knight h3, bishop. It was mouse slip. So can't do much about mouse slip thing. King b2, queen e2, king a3, queen into d3, bishop b7, king d8, bishop b6, king a8, bishop king f8, and then that escapes. Uh, King c2, queen e2, rook d2 just looks better, right? King c2, queen e2, rook d2. Yeah, mouse slip is always sad. Bishop into f4 is winning here. And then again is check, check, take, and yeah. Rook into h1 mates immediately. Knight into f6 here should be winning or no? Yes, knight f6, g f6, b5, queen b5. And, okay, maybe it's bit fast. Should take some time. Queen f7. No, bishop into b5 is forcing here. So I should play queen f7 check now. Queen into f8 check. Queen into f6. Queen into e6. Queen into f8. This wins. Wait, where the pawns are going? Here. So there is king f5. I should solve it before 48. Before 48 minutes. Yeah, queen into e2 looks winning. Now rook e4 check. Queen into e4 is a mate. Here rook into f5 is free queen. I should take the free queen first and then think about what I can do. So take. Now queen d5 check is forced. Now rook f8 is one possibility. Queen f3 is another possibility. Queen f3 knight moves and this is a mate. So knight e3 and here yeah queen f2 and rook g8 is winning. I'm pretty sure this is the answer. Yeah, rook d3 was winning. Okay, anyways. So I'm trying to solve these positions fast without spending too much time. Queen d4 is winning because no, queen d4 isn't winning. Uh, Maybe bishop g4 is rook e5, e4 are check first. Yeah, okay. So after this, I'm going to stop the stream. If you have any questions, you can ask. I'll try to give answers. So I don't think I'm going to solve more than two, three positions here because I'm trying to get it very quickly and it's very difficult to get the right answers very fast. Yeah, queen d4 wins. Bishop g4 and then bishop into d1. So castle knight is pinned. I can play knight e4 and then I can take bishop into a1. I think that's the way to win the game. Knight g4, knight b4, any other moves are possible. I think here I should take this, right? Yeah, this is just winning. Didn't take. So 51 is not bad. Rook h8, knight g6, king h7. Maybe first take and then rook h8. This wins. King into d6. There should be a checkmate here. And I think I found it. h5 and rook h6 is a checkmate. King g5. Okay, now this is very difficult one. Not extremely difficult, but it's not so easy. Yeah, knight f6. Knight f6, d6 and rook a check. White's wrong one. Let me put on charging. Okay. I'm 2200 online blitz and 1600 free. How to improve FIDE rating? I think from 1600 to reach 2000, the easiest way is to solve lot of tactics, positions, end games, like basic end games. So there are two, three books I will recommend. One is Woodpecker Method. Another is not a book, but chess.com tactics is a great way. You can spend at least 1 hour doing tactics. I mean, Woodpecker Method or chess.com. And then there is this 100 in games you must know book. That's also very good. Then the next is just focus on basics of opening. Just okay, choosing opening is so you have to figure out what's working for you, and then you have to choose openings accordingly. It's not like if someone is saying this opening is bad, then you're not playing. So that's a wrong attitude. Just try to figure out the openings which uh, which are basically suits you. So, for example, I'm playing Perk. I still play Perk in almost all the Rapid Blitz tournaments, and still I get very good result because even though Perk is bad, no one is able to play it properly against me because I have more experience in Perk. I like to play Perk, so that's the thing. And yeah, I think just focus on tactics and basics of opening endgame. Then I'm stuck at 1800 below. That's the same thing. Focus on tactics until you reach 2000. Tactics and calculation maybe can add. I wanted the rook, but we of course want to take c3 pawn. Yeah. Okay. That's a good stream, guys. And thank you for watching. I got at one point I got highest views. I think it was 22 or something. I hope you enjoyed my stream. I generally never say like or share, but yeah, if you like it, then please do subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to do more such streams because I think that's the easiest way to, you know, that's the easiest way to do a chess practice because otherwise it's just hard. See you guys. Bye bye. I'm going to stop it. Now the question is how to stop this.